Here's the objective for today: to solve for an exponent using logarithms. And that's for problems like 2 to the x power equals 65. If it were 64, you could guess and check that. But 65, it's not going to be an even or a positive or a negative integer. So you have to learn how to do this on the calculator. Here's a review. Log 100 plus log base 2 of 32. What's log 100 equal to? What's the base?
2.
It'd be 10. So 10 to what power is 100? 2. And then 2 to what power is 32? Close. 5, yes. So the answer is 7. What is this equal to? 4 minus, what is this? 4 to what power is 16? 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2. What is this equal to? What's 5? 5 to some power is 125. 5 squared is 25. 5 to the third power is 125. 6 to some power is 216. 3, yeah, because 6 squared is 36. 36 times 6 is 216. So that's a 6. For this one, 7 to some power is 343. 3, and then 9 to some power is 729. 3. Answer is 0. 5 to some power is 25. We already know the answer is what? 2. And 9 to some power is 81. That answer is 2. These are things we should already know. So this is just a review. 3 to some power is 27. What is that? 3, yeah. And 4 to some power is 256. Well, 4 squared is 16. 4 to the third power is 64. 4 to the fourth power is 256. Yeah, so we had to guess and check that one 3 times. So now we come to 12 to the x power equals 100. What's the answer? We don't know. So now we have to learn how to do this mathematically. Here's what you do. Step 1 is to take the log of both sides. And here is your first property that you can use in rewriting logs. Anytime you have the log of an exponential expression like 12x, by rule you can move this exponent out to the left and write it as x log 12 equals log 100. You can move it out to the front. From there, you're back to basic algebra now. To get the x by itself, you have to divide both sides by log 12. So in your calculator, you would have to do log, so hit the log button just under the x squared, and type in 100, and then right hand parenthesis. To be on the safe side, hit divide and then left hand parenthesis, and then hit the log button, then 12, and 2 right hand parentheses. And we'll show you this on the calculator just in case anybody is confused on that. You should type it in like that. Then hit enter, and you'll come back with 1.8532 and on out. We will always round on our exponents to 2 places, so the answer is 1.85. 1.85. X equals 1.85. Here's the second and last example. You would need to take the log of both sides And then by rule, you can move the exponent out to the left of that log. And then divide both sides by log 3. So put that in your calculator. Log 50 divided by the quantity of log 3, two right-hand parentheses. What should you get back? 3.56 is right. Alright, in this case there's one difference. Can you tell what it is? You have a 4 in there, you have a 4x. So this is a different type of problem that we're going to practice. Then we're going to go practice both different types back to back. So in this case you have a 2 to the 6th power equals 4x. That's just from the basic setup that we learned yesterday. 2 to the 6th power equals 4x. 2 to the 6th power is what? 64. And then from there you have a basic equation to solve. 64 divided by 4, 16. Log base 5 of 25x equals 3. That is 5 to the 3rd power equals 25x. And some folks don't put parentheses around this, some do. Whether or not I have parentheses in there, you can just assume that it's just one quantity. That may make a difference later on. 5 to the 3rd power is what? 125. So set it equal to 25x and divide by 25 to get 5. Here's a different example, but it's pretty much goes back to basic algebra. You would have 6 to the 3rd power equals 6x squared. And 6 to the 3rd power is 216. So divide both sides by 6. If I divide 216 by 6, I get 36. And then to find x, I need the square root of 36, which is 6. For this practice problem, you need the log of both sides. And then by rule, you can move this exponent out to the left. So x log 7 equals log 150. Divide both sides by log 7. That should be log 150 here on the top. There we go. And log 7 on the bottom. Alright, so in the calculator, log 150 and then divided by the quantity of log 7, two right-hand parentheses. Round to the hundredths place, 2 decimal places. You should have 2.57. You need the log of both sides. And then by rule, you can move this exponent out to the left. Once you do that, divide both sides by log 15. So you'll have x equals log 213 divided by log 15. In the calculator, it's log 213 divided by the quantity of log 15. You should have 1.98. There is no base, so that means it is 10. 10 to the 3rd power equals 5x. 10 to the 3rd power is 1,000, so 1,000 equals 5x. Divide the 1,000 by 5 to come up with an answer of 200. This is 2 to the 7th power equals 4x. 2 to the 7th power is 128. And then you'll have to divide 128 by 4 to come up with x, and that's going to be how much? 32, yep. This is 3 to the 4th power equals x over 2. 3 to the 4th power is 81. 81 equals x over 2. to find out what x is, you multiply these two together to get 162.